Sherman, I was curious, how your writing life changed, if at all, after you won the National Book Award. I know it's been a few years, but...
Well, because it was for young adults, I certainly now have a much larger teen audience.
Do you keep them in mind when you're
writing?
No.
I mean, they're smart enough. They can read whatever I write. What I've discovered is, my True Diary opened up my backlist again in a big way. So things were always selling, but now they're selling at higher rates, and I get letters from teens who are moving into my other work.
Oh, nice. My daughter, 13-year-old daughter, just read True Diary and Flight this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she devoured them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been awesome. The great thing is how those two books have really appealed to reluctant readers.
Because they're shorter, or
shorter and subject matter and honesty and
yeah.
So I've gotten a lot of letters from, especially brown kids, brown boys, brown-skinned boys who sometimes say it's the first book they've ever finished. So I think I've become a gateway drug to more books.
So where do people go on to after?
Usually Lone Ranger and Tonto.
Oh, okay.
Which sort of plays like the adult version of Junior.
Oh, okay.
True Diary.
I know it's also going back a few years, but I just watched a great clip of you on the Colbert Report, and you were talking about Kindles, and I wonder if you've started to embrace readers.
It's not an embrace.
Surrender?
It's part of the business.
Yeah.
I have to do it.
Yeah.
But I'm still all for bookstores and books, and I don't know. Our ebook sales sort of plateaued this year, so the actual hardcover sales outpaced ebook sales in terms of the rise. So perhaps the ebook sale ceiling is lower than anybody expected.
What is it, as a reader and writer that makes you prefer books over e-readers?
I've got the best answer. I came up with it last week.
All right.
When my sons walk into my man cave filled with books and media at home, they can follow my path. They can follow the path. With my iPad, with all the stuff on there, that's my iPad. My kids don't play in it. Physical media, books, CDs, DVDs, it all leaves a trail for people to follow. It's egalitarian in public.
Yeah.
Having all your stuff on your own digital device is exclusive and elitist.
Well, do you want to tell me a little bit about the poetry collection? I haven't gotten a chance to see it yet.
It's about Indians.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I think it actually takes a more cosmopolitan look at the world. There's Dante's in there.
Oh, wow.
Dante, Emily Dickinson, Lionel Richie, and Elvis Costello.
Wow, you got a lot of stuff in there, yeah.
Yeah, so it's much less reservation-centric and more about a urban Indian's cosmopolitan life.
Oh, okay. Do you get back to your reservation very often?
Not a whole bunch.
Well, what is it like for you, if and when you do?
Well, what's it like for you going back to your mom and dad's place?
Oh, God. Don't even get me started.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, Sherman, are you working on anything now? Or
yeah, the sequel to True Diary.
Oh, okay. When will that be out?
Don't know.
Okay.
And then Thomas and Victor, two of my old beloved characters, are in a new novel as well. Murder. Oh. They're involved in a road trip murder mystery.
Oh, cool. Is it fun to write a mystery?
Yeah, and it's fun to play with the conventions. Do
you read a lot of mysteries?
Yeah, it's probably my most read genre, actually. Poetry and murder mysteries are the two things I read the most.
What do you like about murder mysteries?
The glimpse into the dark, the heart of darkness.
I noticed you're pretty active on Twitter. Do you like being able to interact with readers that way?
Well, I think it's more of a monologue, but yeah, I enjoy the. It's a formal kind of poetry. Trying to be interesting or funny or crude in 140 characters or less. Generally generally speaking, it's the stand-ups who are the best at it. It's funny people who are the best at it.
Yeah.
And so trying to be as good as those who are great at it.
Well, Sherman, anything about your visit to Bend that you would like people to know?
You know, I haven't been there in a while. I can't even remember the last time. So.
I know you came with Nature of Words, and I want to say maybe 2008 or so.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to being back. It's I always feel like I'm going back into some time machine there,
nice.
where there's a version of me that grew up in Bend, I feel.
Wow. What makes you feel that way?
I don't know, just the Pacific Northwest, Central Oregon, Eastern Washington, all those connections. I always feel like, I knew my ancestors walked through there at one point or another, and Bend is a place where I can still feel that.
Wow. Well, Sherman, it was good talking to you. I really appreciate your time.
Well, thank you.
All right. Take care.
Bye. Bye.